we have different skill sets. I mean, that's kind of an obvious thing to say, but we didn't write in the same room. We found the way of being most efficient was to take a scene each, you know, and go off and draft that scene and then swap it. And I've actually talked to David Benioff and Dan Wise in the time that I was shooting Game of Thrones and asked how they co-wrote. And I think I'm right in saying they write originally when they first started out together, you know, they wrote in a very similar way. It's like, you have that scene, I have that scene, and we'll swap. So there are scenes in the movie that, even though they've got Anthony's paw prints all over them, I feel they are innately mine because, you know, I did the first draftings of them, and for him, vice versa. We learned pretty quickly not just to sit there opposite each, staring, eyeballing each other, going line by line. I mean, we learned that quite quickly.
You had a moment and you're like, we can't
do this. There, you say, we said some things that we probably wouldn't have said to each other in any other circumstance, so.
Now, when you get to set and he's directing, do you kind of relinquish any sort of, and I guess not thoughts because you're still acting and I'm sure there's still conversations happening, but do you ask him about what he's doing as a director at all, considering you wrote it and probably had your own ideas, or do you just stand back?
Yeah, sure, and he, you know, the autonomy lies with him because, you know, the autonomy is with the director. So I did have to take a step back and, you know, that was sometimes challenging. Yeah. But also, I mean, I had enough to be getting on with, to be honest with you. The beauty of writing something is and it was I think it was, I'll have to check, I think it was a 28-day shoot. It was bloody fast. And the beauty of co-writing it with your director is you don't need to spend time, you know the scenes inside out, and you know what the turning point within the scene is, what the scene is about, you know what A to B is. So, I mean, we did rehearsal, we did a few, you know, we did do bits of rehearsal with the other actors during the weeks of pre-production on pivotal scenes, but we had a shorthand. We were in each other's minds, so that definitely helped the speed with which you need to shoot an independent film, especially if you're outside. And there's a sequence, a shot that's when I'm being beaten up in a van and I get dragged through Notting Hill Market, Portobello Road. And those aren't extras; those are real Londoners, because we didn't have the money for supporting artists.
Really, when you get out of the van and you're running around.
Yeah, and the boys, the wonderfully, incredibly talented Cy Bell, our cinematographer, and Anthony, you know, they wanted a one-er so much. You know, they wanted from the time that I was beaten up in the van through the market, plop on the floor at the end. They were really going for a one-er, and in the end, we have cut into it to serve the story for the pace. But you see these poor people just trying to buy their bananas and apples and tie-dye T-shirts in the market. What the hell is going on? So speed was always of the essence. It's like God help us that a member of the public actually looks down the lens when we've got the, you know, we're on that take that works.